pregnant and nursing women. All these scholars agree that it's permissible for them, for the pregnant woman and for the nursing woman, whether you're nursing your own kid or you're nursing someone else's kid. Like back in the days, they had a habit. But all these scholars agree that it's permissible for them not to fast or break their fast if they are afraid for themselves or their fetus, or they are afraid that milk won't come, or they won't be able to nurse. Even if they are nursing someone else's kid, that's fine. So basically, if you have a fear of dehydration, illness, malnutrition for a fetus, too weak, etc., 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 then it's okay according to all the scholars of all the across the mazahib to leave fast. You will be exempted. What you have to do, how you have to make it up, that's where the disagreement is. But all the scholars agree on this. And on top of that, on top of this, you have to take into serious consideration. If a Muslim doctor advises you or your past experience, you have to take these things in serious consideration. So again, there are two levels. First, it's permissible for her, pregnant and nursing mother, not to fast if fasting is too difficult for her or for her baby, and there is a potential harm, even if there is no potential harm, but just fasting becomes difficult. Second, it is obligatory. Previously, it was permissible. It's obligatory for her not to fast if fasting will cause definite harm. So again, it's permissible to leave fast, but it's obligatory not to fast if fasting is potentially harmful for you or for your baby. Actually, this is what Allama Dardi rahimahullah says in his book, Sharh al-Saghir. Now let's start. How she have to make up if she is leaving the fast, whether for nursing or for a pregnant woman. That's where a huge, huge disagreement is there. And hopefully you can take notes, inshallah, on this. So there is one position which is taken by the four mazahib, and they have disagreement within them. And then one position was taken by outside of the four mazahib. Usually don't go outside of the four mazahib except when there is a genuine need, and this opinion was endorsed by authentic scholars. Yet four mazahib authorized position didn't accept that. Again, I'm just telling you in a simple language. First, let's discuss what the four mazahib, four fiqh have said. All the four mazahib agree to the point that if a woman, whether pregnant or nursing, if she's only afraid for herself, if she's not afraid for her baby, if she's only afraid for herself, then she have to make up the fast. All the four mazhab agree. Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, Hanbali. Actually, in chronological order, Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi, Hanbali. They all agree. They all agree. If she's afraid for herself, I'm not talking about afraid of fear for baby or fear for fetus, then they have to make up that fast. No point of fidya, no point of giving charity. But what happens when they have a fear of a baby? Then there's a disagreement, and I want you to take notes. Let's start with the Hanafi. Hanafi, who quotes the evidence of Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anh, they said that they have, if you have a fear for yourself as a mother or for your baby as a pregnant and nursing woman, if you miss the fast, you don't have to give fidya, you only have to make up. You only have to make up for that fast, whether you are worried for yourself or for your baby or for both. Some Hanafi books say it's recommended if you are afraid for your kids to give fidya, but not wajib. Second, Shafi'i and Hanbali. So Hanafi is done. Only make up even if fear for kids is there. Shafi'i and Hanbali, they have the evidence of actually Abdullah ibn Umar, radiallahu, one of his opinions. They say if you are afraid for kids, then along with making up for your fast, you have to give fidya. You have to give fidya, $10 per fast. But if you are afraid for yourself only, then you only have to make up, you don't give fidya. Imam Malik rahimahullah, they say that there's a difference between nursing mother and a pregnant woman. Nursing mother have to make up the fast and they have to give fidya if they are afraid for the kids. But pregnant women, whether they are afraid for the kids or not, they only have to make up the fast. So Malikis have this distinction between the nursing and the pregnant. All the four imams, they got their position because they have the analogy of the pregnant and nursing woman, along with a hadith where they did analogy of a pregnant and nursing woman with a traveler. Because there is a hadith in Sunan Nisa'i, إن الله وضع عن المسافر نصف الصلاة والصوم وعن الحبلى والمرضع. So the hadith says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has waived half of the prayer for the traveler. And from the same analogy, it says, and for fasting and for those who are pregnant and breastfeeding. So this hadith apparently saying that fasting, there is an analogy or potential analogy possible between the fasting person, a traveling person, and a pregnant and nursing woman. So that's why they said, because a traveler, once he come back, he have to make up the fast. So a pregnant or a nursing woman, when they are done with their things, then they have to make up for their fast. They cannot just give fidya and get away. This is the authorized position of the four mazahib. Now let's come to the non-authorized position. There's a position in by Ibn Qudama in Mughni, one of the positions he mentioned. By Ibn Qudama is Hanbali mazhab, but this is on the authorized Hanbali position. And then Imam Ibn Hazm mentioned this in Al-Mahalla, out of many of his opinions. This position actually is outside of the four mazhab, but this is actually very important in our times. They brings the evidence of Abdullah ibn Abbas and Abdullah ibn Umar that a pregnant and nursing woman, they don't have to make up the fast. They only have to give charity. They only have to give charity. And before I can give you their evidence, why they went against all those four authorized position of the four imams. The reason because of their analogical difference. Four imams, they do the analogy between the pregnant and nursing woman with the traveler. And once traveler come back, sick person come back from sickness, they have to fast. They have to make up. They did analogy. They did analogy that instead of doing the analogy between the pregnant and nursing woman with the traveler, we should do the analogy between the pregnant and nursing woman with the old person. Now, rationally, this doesn't sound very strong, but they have the evidence for it. Evidence is mentioned in Abu Dawud, and this is mentioned that the ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَعَلَى الَّذِينَ يُطِيقُونَهُ فِدْيَةٌ طَعَامٌ مِسْكِينٌ, that those who cannot fast, those who can fast with difficulty, they should feed one poor. So Abdullah ibn Abbas said that this concession in Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah, that those who can fast with difficulty, they don't have to fast, they can give charity and fidya. This is not only for the old men and old women, this is also for the pregnant and for the nursing woman. And this hadith is mentioned in Abu Dawud. This hadith is mentioned in Abu Dawud. He says, كان رخصة للشيخ الكبير والمرأة الكبيرة وما يطيقان الصيام أن يفطر ويطعما مكان كل يوم سكينة والحبل والمرضع إذا خافتا. And then they have the direct evidence also. Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anh, one of the women from the Quraysh asked Abdullah ibn Umar, son of Umar radiallahu anh, that one of the pregnant women of Quraysh asked, what should I do? So he said, أفطري وأطعمي كل يوم مسكينا ولا تقضي. He said that just fast, just give the charity, give the fidya. You don't have to make up for the fast. And obviously, this position can be taken and used as it is used by the minority position, which I'm talking about. Same thing by Ibn Abbas radiallahu anh, that he asked one of his wives not to make up for the fast when she was pregnant. Instead of Ibn Abbas said that we just give the fidya. This hadith is mentioned in Darul Qutni. Why I'm telling you this? It's always safer to follow the majority of the opinions, but there is a minority position which is endorsed by a minority group of scholars. In our times, when you see that, subhanAllah, a woman within 7, 8, 9 years of the marriage, you have 2 kids, and one kid, let's say if she didn't fast during her pregnancy, and she didn't fast during her nursing. So let's say for 5, 6 years, she didn't fast for 2 kids. So it's extremely, extremely difficult for her if you will expect her, along with the fidya, along with the charity per each fast, that she will make up for every fast. So it's almost around 150 to 180 fasts. Is it possible, subhanAllah? And every year she's getting pregnant or nursing. So Wallahu alam, this position is more rational also. But again, if you're following a mazhab, then you can keep following that. But if you are following this position, which is endorsed by a minority group of scholars, then لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will going to accept this out of His mercy, inshallah.